Hello, everyone. This is another take here. I'm going to make sure this comes through somehow. I hate doing it on this Chromebook because it's tricky. At least it's not the Windows where it's freezing halfway through. Um, yeah, let me get this out of the way. Mike, Venom, very good movie. Got on Blu-ray. Blu-ray, very good. Oh, and Canada Dry, cranberry ginger ale. No mistaking it. Pepsi, you lost out, buddies. You would get a hold of me. Wait a little sippage here. Um, this is probably the last video I do till after the first January 1st. Excuse me, January 1st. I've got a lot going on, so we're going to consider this the Christmas episode because I'm going to unpackage a few things. I've got like four different questions that I picked out today. Two of them I have been asked several times and haven't answered, but we're going to answer them today. Okay. Um, First question is, where do you stand on immigration and the wall? Very good question. Let me get the wall out of the way first. I have mixed feelings. Yeah, it's a good idea. It sounded like a good idea to me. And then I started thinking about it and thinking about it. It's to me, it's the lesser of two evils. We can either keep the border open and porous the way it is, and Democrats keep getting, the illegals to vote for them, or we can have a wall and put a stop to it. It just seems to me right now that the Democrats is probably the more crooked of the two parties at the moment. And after watching the thing in the White House about the immigration, I'm beginning to think so. It's Chuck Schumer ran off with his tail between his legs, and Aunt Nancy Pelosi went into nattering mode. But see, that's I did an entire video of this for this one here, and my computer went tits up. I don't like Windows. I hate Windows. I'm going to do this on a Chromebook right now till I get the Mac that I'm wanting to buy. It's going to be a sizable investment for me. But if you guys will actually deal with it, I think we could do good with this. Anyway, where do I stand on immigration? I want to tell you, I have no problem with legal immigration as long as it's done right. So far, immigrating everybody from the Middle East, and letting them come right into our country and have whatever they want. It's like what it was in the '80s. They're doing it with Asia. Um, it's There are problems with our immigration, even the legal side of immigration. Those who deserve to come here want to come here. It costs them so much, takes so much time. But illegals to come here automatically stay in this country all they want to. They say, well, they're illegally here. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. But the laws will not force them back. They have so many loopholes to protect them assholes. Now, those of you out there right now, there are those out there right now. They're saying, well, how can you say that? We're a country of immigrants. Really? Were you an immigrant or were you born in this country? I was born in this country. I'm not an immigrant. My family were. But see, the thing is, my family came here in the early 1900s. They worked their asses off to become Americans. They started with zero, no help. They didn't have welfare back then. They didn't have government handouts back then. These people came here with a few dollars in their pocket and made something of themselves. My grandfather, even who came here from Germany in the early 1900s, very early, like around 1902, uh, as a small child, fought in World War One for the Americans. My other grandfather came here from Scotland in the early 1900s, fought in World War Two. Are any of these immigrants here coming here right now illegally going to be in our military? Do they want to be in our military? Are they going to fight for this country? No. They just go back home. They don't care. And before you start in and everything, part of my family was originally from here. I share lineage to the proud Apache Nation. So you're more of an immigrant than I am, if you want to get down to it. If I want to be petty. Now, here's the deal. A lot of our families came here as immigrants back the beginning of the last century, if not earlier. We came here. They came here. They worked themselves to the point where they had what they wanted. They had a home. They took a job. They worked crazy hours, and they made them something of themselves. Now we have people coming from third world nations to a post-industrialized society with their hands stuck out, automatically getting everything. Right now, welfare will help an illegal immigrant before they will an American. There are all kinds of government benefits out there to help immigrants. They won't help Americans. We have Americans that are homeless. A lot of homeless Americans. We have U.S. veterans right now that are homeless. What help are they getting? What help are the spouses of veterans getting? Ann Poole, I'm doing this for you, doll. What are they getting? What kind of help are they getting? They're not getting any. I grew up in the military. I spent a significant part of my life involved in the military. And I see where people in the military get jack shit. They get the worst medical care. They get the worst anything. All of a sudden, you're in the military. Oh, all of a sudden, you have everything you want. Right. Be a straight white male and try to live in this world is hard. We are the targets of everything because we were born in this country. We are the targets of hatred. We are the targets of animosity. And everyone wants to go and say, "Well, they're in this nation. They need help. They have gangs there. We have gangs here. I live in Atlanta, and I see every morning when I watch the news how much crime there is here. I see the shootings. I see the muggings, the robberies, the burglaries, the rapes, the assaults. We've got that problem here, people. And them coming here and bringing their culture here to America, it's not going to work. It doesn't work. We have enough problems here that we need to take care of before we can take care of anybody else. And when people finally realize that my mustache is messed up, when you people out there realize that we have problems in America, real problems that we need to take care of, you'll understand why I feel this way about any immigration, especially illegal immigration. There is no such thing as undocumented citizens. There has never been any such thing. That is a buzzword thought up by the liberal media. Now, let's talk about the wall. Like I said, I have mixed feelings. I do see where we need it, but I also see where we also need more border patrol. All this money that's going into all these foreign countries to help them. Why can't we help our border patrol, our law enforcement, people here in America? You want to put up the wall? Great. Hey, I'm all for it. But you better think of something also. What is walled out can also be walled in. So it's the wall itself is the lesser of two evils. Okay. Next question. I see fish tanks behind you. Do you raise fish? No, I raise snakes. I'm not good with fish. A fish will look at me and drown. Okay, that's how bad it is with me and fish. These are all snakes. This is my. I use this in my office. It's one of our snake rooms. We have two. We have one here, one at the other end of the hallway. This is all ball pythons. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 in here. This is also where we have the incubators. I gotta get them going this weekend. I got, I think, 5 snakes that are pregnant. No, these are all ball pythons in this room. In fact, if you look in this cage right here, I can see it in the screen. You'll see Clive, our mystic spider ball. We started off with ball pythons. Well, when me and my wife got together, we did back in 2010. We started off with one ball python, Amy, who's in a cage right down here. She's 16 now, 16 years old. She was a rescue. Rescued her at 2 years old. She's done great. She's awesome. I came with her, and those of you out there who raise snakes will understand what I'm about to say here. They're like Lay's potato chips. You can't have just one. It would be nice. It'd be a lot lot less expensive. You can't have just one. We have 34, and figuring by February when all the eggs hatch, oh my God, we might have 30 more. But anyway, A lot of those are going on for sale. Selling those in the pet trade. Um, we developed our own. We're credited for developing our own morphology of ball python, the Frankenstein. We got some others are desert ghosts. We got two of those. Those are very expensive. Last time I looked, the price wise, about $800 each. The Frankenstein Horus. One guy wanted to buy him. I quoted him a price. He ran away. He was so expensive. And that's not just me making him a price. That's an actual price for something like him. We got spiders. We got right down here. Got a calico. We've got a sugar in the other room, a male adult in the other room. But no, there's snakes. We got ball pythons, boas, and king snakes. I got different kinds of boas. Got a Peruvian rainbow that's beautiful. Wow. And stuff. We got some king snakes. Got before you ask, do you have any venomous ones? Yes, I do. I have one. I have a giant Malagasy speckled hognose. She won't kill you, but she'll make you pray for death for about 4 days. Well, she might kill me. My luck, she'd probably kill me. But I handle her a lot. She's all right. But I don't deal with other venomous reptiles anymore. I used to do rattlesnakes, copperheads, stuff like that. No more. My reaction speed isn't as fast. But yeah. Let me see here. Let me think here. Oh yeah. Another thing about the snakes. I'm also one of the co-founders of the American Reptile Association. There were two of us that founded it. We go and do educational things at different schools. We're at Fernbank Natural History Museum and Fernbank Science Center every year. Um, we make it a point to be very hands-on and very educational. My thing is I've been raising snakes since I was 15, I think. I don't want people to be afraid of them, but I want people to respect them for what they are. They are amazing animals. They are innocent. They are what they do. They are what they are. They do what they do best. And that's just be themselves. They're amazing animals. Wow, I could go on forever about this, but let's move on. This is going to be. I want to make this. I don't want to make this really long. Christmas, thing is happening, and I've got all the stuff I got to do this afternoon. And believe me, that's why the videos have not been coming out that well. Other than the fact my computer went tits up. I will never use another Windows unit whatsoever. No, no more. See, this is a good question. This may take a few minutes to answer. How did you get into YouTubing videos? I don't know. No, that was a friend of mine got me into it back in 2010. My wife and I, we were just friends at the time. We've been friends since 2006, and we became boyfriend and girlfriend. We were actually living in different parts of the country, and we met online at a wrestling website, WrestleWorld.com, I believe it was, or AllStarWrestlers.com, AllStarWrestlers.com back in 2006. I was looking for bookings. She was a manager. She was looking for bookings too. And we met on there, and I was a smart ass and started the conversation, and she come back at me, and we became very close friends. Ended up moving in together when I moved back here from Europe. I spent a year living over in Glasgow, Scotland, and I moved back here, and she and I started talking again. Like that year didn't happen, and we got together as boyfriend and girlfriend. I was not looking, neither was she. It just happened. I ended up. She ended up telling me, um, we're both talking on Yahoo. We both had MySpace pages. And she told me she's going to Facebook. And so I went to Facebook too. And I moved here to Georgia. And I started getting to Facebook a little more. And I was noticing trends. I was noticing people were being trendy. And I hate anything trendy. I hate anything trendy. Anything trendy is status quo. And the status quo only breeds the weak. So I decided to shake things up by just doing the most obscene posts I could. And people started liking me for some reason. I'm not a likable person on there. Never have been. And I wanted I wanted to shake things up, and I started seeing the political posts. And I'm not a Democrat or Republican. I don't believe in political parties. I don't believe, I don't even like politicians. My main problem with politics is there are too many politicians. Wow. It's ridiculous. These people go in, they got a job for life. All they got to do is bullshit you, and you'll follow them and vote for them because, oh, they're my party. I must vote for them. So I started posting what I thought about politics, and the politicians that people are talking about. And I started getting a following. I don't know how. I don't know why. I never intended to. Never wanted a following. Started getting a following. And along with that, I think I got some attention from higher ups at Facebook. I started getting banned a lot. They have a jail cell waiting for me in in Facebook jail. It's my cell. It's got my name on it. I got the key to the lock. They just tell me, "In boy," and I said, "Okay, fine." I don't look at it as being offended, being offensive, or me being offended by this. I look at it that I told the truth, and people are watching. Um, I consider it a badge of honor. So Kevin Miller. I mentioned was Kevin Nyman. Kevin Nyman he was a wrestling commentator for a very short time. That's the name he used. Um, Kevin's a great guy. Kevin's done everything in his life. He's like me. He wanted to go out and do stuff. He's done music, voiceovers, TV. The guy's got connections everywhere. And told me about this and thought it'd be a good idea because I get banned on Facebook. I still got my YouTube channel, and I'm putting this on several different social media platforms. So I can get banned in one and still be seen over here, and people over here can keep track of what I'm doing on YouTube. So it's really interesting how this happens, and it just happened. The first time I did a video, honestly, I did it on a cell phone, on my front porch during a rainy day, talking about marijuana. It was bad. It was a very bad video. I'm surprised anybody saw it. It actually got comments. People liked it. So I thought, I want to go ahead and do it like this. I'm not going to show myself. That's going to be my thing. And I did some more videos not showing myself, and they were bad. God, they were horrid. So I started and thought, okay, let's go ahead and do it this way. Me facing you, trying to talk to you guys like I'm just talking to somebody. And they were bad. Yeah, I did a couple other things. Excuse me, a couple other things called Mondo Destructo, which we're going to continue those under its own thing. Um, People actually thought those were funny. I started posting those other social media sites. That actually got a following. I thought, okay, let's go ahead and do this. Let's do it like I'm talking. Quit being so stiff. Quit being so officious. Quit trying not to do things. Try not to be try not to be some news guy. Just be the guy who's pissed off. Because frankly, when I am talking to you guys, people about a lot of times, I'm pissed off about. And I got a lot of viewers, and before it was over, before I had to switch YouTube channels because, well, things. Um, I had 31 subscribers. Now, to you guys out there are those of you out there who think 31 subscribers are nothing, but 31 subscribers in 4 months. Just a guy coming on here, no production value, none, talking about what pisses him off. I think I might be onto something. I'm not looking for this to be monetized. I'm not looking to get famous with this. Although I have, due to things I've done on Facebook, I have had to sign autographs. I was in Jasper, Georgia last year. Yeah, it was last year. I stopped at a convenience store there to get a soda and a pack of cigarettes. I went in, and this one girl saw me and goes, "I know you." I'm going, "Oh God, do I owe you money?" And she goes, "You're that Graves guy from Facebook." I'm going, "No, I think he's taller." She goes, "No, I've seen your picture. You posted your picture there. That's you. Can I have your autograph?" I had to sign an autograph. Holy crap. You know, as a wrestler, I signed a lot of autographs. Playing in a rock band, I signed a lot of autographs. But signing an autograph just for being me, oh my God, that was a rush. So I took Kevin Miller's advice, did this, and it's getting easier as I get along. I'm not as nervous. I have a hard time talking to people just as me. I know there's a lot of people watching this. There's a lot more people watching this than I have subscribers. That I had subscribers. You guys, if you see this, please come back and resubscribe. This is a totally different channel, totally different. There. I'm not going to go into what happened. It had to do with a computer I had, and it decided to go tits up on me. And I'm saying tits up to be nice because really I can see a lot worse things about it. I will never buy anything with Windows. Period. No more Microsoft or anything from Best Buy ever again. Never. And I urge all you people out there to do the same. But yeah, that's how I got onto this. Is Kevin's way of keeping me from being banned all the time. It got to where I was being banned 30 days. Being banned 30 days out in public, 30 days banned again. In fact, I'm planning on being banned within the next week if things work right. I didn't get to come back. I was banned all November. Come back beginning of December. I'm planning on being banned all of January. That's the way this whole thing has been going. I will be getting into issues with Facebook, before it's over with. I will be making a video on that. But anyway, that's in the future. Next, how did you get into YouTubing videos? We just answered that, didn't we? Good. I'm going to mark that one off so it doesn't. Okay, and bye. Now for the question that bothers me. This is not something I do. Why don't you ever talk about yourself much? This is the hard question. This is the tough one. I don't talk about myself much because I'm boring. I'm very boring. In real life, my whole thing right now in life is I'm fighting for disability. I have two autoimmune. Well, it equals out to being two autoimmune syndromes, and I discovered Tuesday I have agoraphobia. It's not that I'm afraid of anything; it's just I prefer not to be around a lot of people, and they consider that to be a mental problem or emotional or whatever. Agoraphobia and PTSD from a previous relationship or something. I'm not for sure yet. You joke about all this stuff, how you're crazy, and you joke about it. It becomes official. You start looking at it a little differently. It's not so much a joke as you start thinking, oh, shit, man, you're right. But I want to try to make the best of it. Let me explain. I was in pro wrestling for a while, for quite a while. Played in a rock band that was semi-successful. Um, been an extra 3 movies, and actually was a villain in one. Very low budget. I'm not going to say the name of it. I don't want you guys watching it and saying, God, he's a weirdo. Because really, that movie was bad. I think it cost $20 and change to make. I made very little out of it. But imagine a very active lifestyle, exceedingly active, all of a sudden coming to a screeching halt due to heart problems. Heart problems, type 2 diabetes, which ends up being, according to the doctors, works as an autoimmune syndrome, and Zollinger-Ellison syndrome, which is also autoimmune. Your body's pretty much rebelling against itself. I can't do a whole lot. I don't go out and eat a whole lot. I can't. I have so many dietary restrictions. It's not funny. I don't go to theaters to watch movies. I can't stand being around people. I don't really have that many friends. But then again, that saves me money on Christmas. Um, Most of the friends I have are online. Um, and I've met some very good people online. Uh, but let me explain something to you. Let me explain how something. I'm going to go back in history a little bit. When I was 16 years old, my mother was a doctor uh, at a VA center. There was a person who lived on the VA center who was dying of cancer. He had no family whatsoever. He was a Vietnam veteran, former Army Ranger. I was going to a vocational school in Burns Flat, Oklahoma, where I lived at, for graphic communications, graphic arts. This guy had worked as a technical artist for a while, and that was a common bond we had, a common thing that made us, we were talking and became very good friends. He was a very good guy, and one day when I was, he had me, we're sitting outside, and he He looked at me very seriously and said, "I want you to make me a promise." And I said, "What?" He said, "Promise me you'll live your life and have no regrets doing so." So I made him a promise. A couple of weeks later, the man died. I'd never been confronted with death before. My grandfather passed away several years earlier, but I never got to know him. Yeah, the man taught me some German. Taught me he and I were both speaking German, but I knew nothing about him. We never conversed. All I knew was my grandfather. When he passed away, yeah, I was a little sad, but it's not like somebody like that you knew passing away. So really, honestly, I didn't know him. When this guy passed away, it bothered me a lot. First time ever confronted with death, and I decided I'm taking that promise very seriously. I attempted a lot of things in my life. I failed at quite a few, but I succeeded at more. And I was very active at what I did. I did everything, attempted to do everything I wanted to do. Now imagine living a life like that, and all of a sudden it just comes to a sudden stop. That's what I have to deal with every day. Um, Doing these videos, I'm trying to do two a week. Here, the Christmas season, it's ever since Thanksgiving, it's been crazy. It has been nuts. I haven't been able to do two a week. I've had everything happening. I'm hoping everything slows down. This will be the last video I do till after January 1st. So Merry Christmas, everybody. I love every one of you. I don't, every one of you who watches, please leave a like and a subscribe, please. And a comment if you can. Just take a minute and do that. Let me know you're out there. Because every one of you on the previous channel I had 31 subscribers. I loved every one of them. Believe it or not, every one of them meant the world to me. You know, but imagine your life coming to a sudden stop, and this is all you have. I'm a very boring person. Excuse me, in real life, I'm exceedingly boring. I'm either working on things for Warhammer 40,000, researching for these videos, and I do a lot of research. I will start on a Monday to research for one for a Wednesday, and I'm still researching for Fridays while I'm researching the one for Wednesday. I might take a day or two off, maybe from researching, if I get enough research done. I go into this looking on both sides like I know nothing, and I try to find out as much as I can on both sides. Um, I'm not going to sit here and promote a political party or a political idea. I will tell you what I think. And yes, my opinions do get in the way because this is the world according to Graves. I'm going to say my opinion. And if you don't like my opinion, I'm sorry. I'm probably not going to like yours. But we all have opinions. And this is my platform to tell you what's happening and then tell you my opinion of the matter. You know, people say, well, you've done a lot against the Democrats. I've done a lot against the Republicans too. I don't like either side. I'm not a big fan of either side. So, you guys ask, the question was, why don't you ever talk about yourself much? In a nutshell, I'm boring and I don't want to get in the way of the message that I'm putting out. I do these videos. I don't do them high production value. I don't have the programming anymore. That will be changing relatively soon. Believe me. I'm getting a MacBook that's made for this kind of thing, and there will be a lot of stuff changed. Um, but I don't want everything be overshadowed by the special effects. I could come on here and be like George Carlin and make jokes all the time, but that's being done. You know, um, I've never been one to be a trendy person. I've never followed anybody else's lead on anything. If I can keep from it, except for Kevin. Damn it, Kevin, quit being smart. You know, um, I, I've been told that I need to end this the way I used to end my rants. And this is the part of the video that's called the ending, the wrap up. So bear with me here. There's a little bit of education here, just letting you know what I'm doing here. Um, I hope I answered everything to everybody's satisfaction. No, I don't talk about myself much. There's no reason to. I don't want to be too boring. But I will tell you this much, folks. Um, I do want every one of you guys to hit like and subscribe, help me out here. Leave a comment. Say hi. Just say hello. Something. Let me know you're watching. Let me know what you thought of it. Let me know what I can do different. I'm not doing this for me. I'm doing this for all of you guys. So, I want all of you to take care of yourselves, be good to one another. This has been The World According to Graves, or as I affectionately refer to as the train wreck. And I'm Robin Graves, and I approve this message. You guys take care. Night.